Alright, I am back, and it has been a while. Like, 3 months maybe 2, 3, somewhere in that time frame. But, since my last gaming video, pretty much what happened was my software issues. I figured it out after actually investigating into it and figuring it out. I got it, and problem should be fixed now, and more videos should be coming up. But if you could tell by title, I'm doing the Battlefront 2 review. Pretty much, I know there's been a lot of buzz with this game. I get it. A lot of people hate it, a lot of people love it. It's just kind of some mixed reviews with this game. I personally love this game. I love it. I'm not gonna say I hate it, because if I say I hate it, it would only be because of the loot boxes. Because that's the only thing holding this game back, is the loot box system. That's what's holding back a lot of games nowadays. Because this game is strictly, the foundation of it is loot boxes. That is the foundation of it. Like, if you get into a game, for example, you can have someone that's a level 1 heavy, and you could be like a level 22 heavy, but you can't level yourself up like you can in like Call of Duty and all that. You don't like progress through matches after match after match, you get XP. No, you gotta build your freaking credits up, go buy a loot box, and cross your fingers hoping you'll get a good star card. It's literally by luck. That's all this game is based upon, is luck. But, I mean, hey, that's just the way it is now, I guess. But, I want to just get into it, and I want to start off with the campaign, what I think about that. Pretty much the campaign is a good campaign, I'm not gonna lie, it's good. But I feel like the pacing was kind of off. By that, I mean, they started off like the way they advertised it, like you're going from the Empire's perspective after the Battle of Endor, which I love that. That was dope. Like, pretty much, spoiler alert if you haven't played this game yet, you're Iden Versio, and you're pretty much, you go onto Endor, and you're like just wrecking the rebels. And then you just see the Death Star explode in the distance. And literally everything they knew up until that point just blew up in front of them. So they gotta escape Endor before they get freaking surrounded by rebels. So they're like blasting through rebels, and they escape, and then they move on. And then they just kind of slowly progresses into like 2 of the Inferno Squad members. They're like slowly going onto the R side, like the rebel side. But it's like the way they do it, how fast they turn, is like not even halfway through the game. You think about halfway they would turn, but it's probably a little under halfway when they turn, because it's just, that's the only complaint I have with the campaign. Other than that, I mean, the characters weren't that interesting. I mean, they were okay characters, but they weren't characters like I would want to see in another game or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care enough about them. It could be because they're still new and I don't really know them that well, but I digress. We'll just pretty much just, I wanted to say it's a good campaign, because it was, but they had its flaws. And if they do make another campaign if they even make another Battlefront game, and they make a campaign for it, just, if they're going from a unique perspective, kind of stay with that unique perspective, instead of going back to familiar grounds, because that's what a lot of complaints that a lot of people had about it, was they went straight from the Empire side to the Rebel side within a few missions, which the build-up was there, you saw it coming. It wasn't like a major plot twist, but but it was just weird seeing how fast they turned. Like, I feel like there should have been like 2 or 3 more missions in between the Luke mission where, what's his name? I forget his name. Dell. It might be Dell. Yeah, Dell and Luke meet. That kind of plants the seed in Dell, like, oh, the other side isn't as bad. Maybe we're fighting for the wrong side. It's like the questions are starting to pop up in his head. And then with Aiden, it was kind of like when they target their homeworld, that's when they're like, okay, yeah, now we need to betray our people because they're killing innocents. But that's pretty much it. They turn, they fight for the rebels, they fight alongside Leia, Lando. And then you get a spin-off mission with Han. And that's pretty much it. They kind of end the story mode with a cliffhanger for DLC, so people will go back and play it. Which I give them props for. Which I liked the ending. I really did. It shed light on a lot of things. But besides the campaign now, we gotta get into the multiplayer. Alright, so the main multiplayer modes are Galactic Assault, Starfighter Assault, Strike, Blast, and Heroes vs. Villains. Pretty much this all goes back to the loot crates. It really does. Like, loot crates are just they're just cancer in this game. They are ruining it. Like, they took a good game and they're like, oh, this could be better with loot crates. No. I could get if you put microtransactions for like cosmetic stuff in there, I'd get it. But this is just out of hand that you have people with better equipment than you. And just think about the Christmas noobs that's gonna come in on Christmas. Like, that didn't get it on day one. They're gonna be so underpowered that they're gonna get wrecked. Like, match after match. I mean, it won't really matter because you'll still get the same amount of credits in the end of the day if you're good or bad. I mean, that's just been proven. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube that they've done that, but really, it's the same with Heroes vs. Villains. If you don't got good star cards, you're gonna get wrecked. I mean, right now with the deluxe edition, a lot of people got Rey and Kylo with they got early access to it, like 3 or 4 days early with the deluxe edition, so they could like get extra stuff before everyone. And then plus you got the pre-order with Rey and Kylo, so those are like the 2 strongest heroes and villains in the game right now because people got good star cards for them. But other than that, it's literally Strike is fun. It's like kind of like a small scale Galactic Assault for me. That's what it feels like to me. Blast is just your regular TDM, which that's fun. If you want a warm up match, just go into Blast. Other than that, really, Galactic Assault, that's like your conquest and Battlefield, like large scale. It's fun. My favorite so far though is Starfighter Assault. That's like the best for me. But I mean, other than that though, like everything's good besides loot crates. Like, this game overall is good. Like, it could possibly be great once they get all the DLC in there. And if they figure out the microtransaction stuff, if they can figure out a way to balance that somehow, like, I'd be down for it. But other than that, there's a few bugs every now and then. Like, I've had bugs when I'm playing with friends. They'll get into a match and they'll kick me out. And I have to restart my game, then go back, and then have a chance to get in the match with them. And then other times you have hard times finding matches. And then other bugs is like, when you're showing the final cutscene of who won and lost. Like, let's say for Camino, for example, when the gunships shoot those octopus ships or whatever, it will like play the noise of it falling, but it won't actually show it. But I mean, and also the locked heroes and villains, that's another thing that really ticked me off. I could say a lot of people won't be, probably a lot of people will be going for a lot of the heroes and villains, but I don't know if they will or not. I personally won't. But that's it. That's been my review. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.